What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Survival Craze series. We got a few things that we gotta do today. Now, we're gonna make it pretty simple and pretty easy. Last episode, we worked on getting the little lights and then we got the pillars set in. Today, we're just gonna make it pretty simple and we're just gonna do the arches for these. Before we start, everything over here that don't load in. Nice. Yeah. We're gonna do the arches or the angle first before we work on that over there. Means I'm gonna have to set that machine up to hopefully be able to place the blocks for us, and so I don't have to worry about auto placement. It's going to be a little bit insane. So these are going to be, what's a good spot? 4 down? Yeah, it's going to have to go like that. It's going to look really weird just because of how everything is going to be set. It's like that will go there, and then we'll set this one here, and that'll be already done. Like, this one I'm just going to completely cover. I'm not going to worry about anything else. But as you can tell, it's going to look pretty weird. But I do kind of like it just because it makes it look a little different. And it changes everything out from what we have already going on. So did I grab... I did. Okay. I had to make sure because I could not remember from last time. The good thing is the people are done with my side of the house, so I don't have to worry about internet going out. Well, as far as I know of for now. So we should be perfectly fine, and I shouldn't have to worry. And of course we have a zombie, because it's already nighttime. What a nice surprise. Might as well just go to sleep so I don't have to worry about him or anything else, really. Really? There's 2 of them. Go away. Stop it. My god, there's 3. These guys give me pain and suffering and mental instability. Alright. That's all set. That's good. We just have to come back through. Again, we're 4 down, so that's like on, right? Yeah, that is on number 4. It's not 4 down, and then the next one. Actually, not too shabby right there. It does follow pretty well. I do want to try and get the sides all in one, just so I don't have to worry about coming back and figuring everything out. Makes it a little bit easier on me. Should make it to where the video is better. Ooh, that one's going to be a long one. And then we're going to have to come back through with the slopes just to add. Not too bad. All right. This does seem pretty well on how it's doing. Especially with it being a vertical or a slope type of bridge. It definitely seems pretty well. It's not too bad. This one's going to be pretty small because number 4 is already pre-set up there. So that one's going to be a little weird. But, oh well. As long as it matches the other side, we will be perfectly fine. Won't have to worry about anything. Alright, there we go. That one is set. I gotta do this one. I'm gonna have to come back through and get rid of some blocks, but I'll be alright with that. That's nothing crazy. We might have some monsters spawning in there because, you know, we keep opening some spots, but I'm not worried about that. If they don't attack me, I'll be okay. Ooh, this one's gonna be a little iffy just because it's here and then there. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little iffy. Do I start from there or here? I'll start on this side. I'm also trying to do this pretty quick. Like quick, so I don't have to worry about running out of... That would suck, because that means I gotta go back to the nether realm. I don't want to do... Not too bad. Alright. I need my pick. Placing too many blocks, man. There we go. I just fixed. Let me just fix this one real quick, because I'm already... And all I seem to have is that. Nice. Now let's do a little bit more brick on this set. Let's get rid of a little bit more granite. There we go. Oh, cool. It doesn't seem like we're going to get a little bit more brick. There we go. Now it's starting to space itself in. All right, 4 more to go. And we're bouncing. And I don't know why we're bouncing. What's the point? I think it's because we're like sitting over an edge of a block or like over flowers or something. Got no clue. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh yeah, now we're getting a lot more brick. Yeah. That's the thing I wanted. A bit more brick on me. Alright, final pillar. It's actually going to be a very quick episode. Well, not really. I'm going to have to try and figure out something else. We're only 12 minutes in. We're going to have to get rid of the edge of dirt here. There we go. We'll try and space it out a little bit more naturalization. The word is I got no clue. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Oh, I did not pay attention. Alright, pretty good. We have our angle supports completely done. I could have gone a little bit lower, but oh well. I do like how it is now. It does have a little bit of texture to them. So let me just throw all this stuff back up in here. Nice. And then we just got to go through with the slopes, which means I'm going to need more zinc. This definitely won't be enough. And I know that. So we're going to have to head back to our little water farm and make all of it. Hooray. Yeah, that's not going to be anywhere near. Well, time to go sit at the ore farm real quick and sit there for a few minutes. All right, so we sat here for a few minutes, nothing crazy. We only got 209, so this should, I'm really hoping, should be enough. If not, we're going to have to come back and redo it all again. That's not going to be fun. Hello, horsey. Something I should make is like a passenger train. So I don't know what I haven't done yet. I've been using this jetpack, which is causing a whole bunch of fuel. If I do a passenger train that connects up to one of these, like I can have a separate train that can go on, like connect to a track, and then that track can lead off down. Obviously, if it's going to a mining yard, it uses the fastest route to a mining yard. If we have a track that goes here, goes down, and then connects back up onto this one, then you know, hey, it's a mining yard. But I don't know. I gotta try and figure that out. If I do choose to do that, I don't know if I'm actually going to though. So let me get all of my zinc, and we'll just turn these two large slabs or slopes. We'll try that out real quick. We'll see how much of that is actually going to be needed. Then we'll just work on the bridge. Look at it. It looks so much better. Definitely like this version better than that version. But oh well, can't do anything about it. I mean, I could, but I don't want to get rid of all that. That's too much work for me. Then all we got to do is just put these on. We don't have to worry. Got a little block right there. Let me just snatch that up. That's the best thing about this. See, I kind of like it how it is like this. I don't know if adding... Oh, let's go on this side. Yeah, to me, I kind of like this way better. This just makes it look a little bit too straight. So, I'll be honest, I may keep it like... may keep the jagged edges. I'm really not flowing with how we have everything else with these slopes. So yeah, we'll just get rid of these. We won't use slopes on these. We'll keep it nice and natural, even though it's not natural in any way. Okay, let me just get rid of all this, take this down, and then, well, we'll just keep it. And then once I make the lanterns or whatever, the custom lanterns that are actually large, place those in. It's going to be a little difficult, though, because I can't find any lanterns or any idea on how to make a big lantern that actually looks decent. There was somebody that did make one, but there is no download for it, which means that is nice. Because, again, if you haven't seen the last video, I could throw one here. We have 3 lanterns in one. We can have it drop down on one there and one there. Or I can have one here and then one there. I do like it like that, though. It's not bad. We do have a lot of things that we gotta take care of. So now, we got all this done. And at least start working on... Let me up. Come on. Start working on this side over here. I just need to get this bridge done. And then we gotta build the bridge that can connect all the way back to our main area. So yeah, we're gonna have to put the wood in closer. Or I just fill these with stone brick and we just keep it how it is. Oh no, I'm gonna have to run it on this side too, just to see how it works. Then whatever opening we have, we'll probably just cover with stone brick. I'll just keep it how it is. Not to worry. And then all we gotta do is just come back through again, and we should be fine. And we'll connect all the way up to there. Hopefully keeping the same exact like layout pattern thing, whatever we got. But I don't know yet. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right. So far, our base is actually looking pretty decent. Definitely not the best, but pretty decent. I do want to fix this up. If not, I do want to try and build a whole new one. You may be wondering why he really just fixed this. I know I did, but I really don't like how this is going. I did see one that has a storage. There was a storage schematic that I could have downloaded. But no train came into it, so I am probably gonna have to try and figure out how I can set a train to it. But it definitely looked better than this. This looks too plain, too boring. But that also means I'm gonna have to take all of these blocks out, which honestly is really simple. All I have to do is reverse this, and everything will come out of here and drop back onto that. So it's very simple. And then, ooh, that will let me actually organize it however I need. That's pretty good. I may have to do that. Oh no, I'll have to see how well the other one looks and how I can convert it into a train storage. So everything will go in and just flood straight to where it's needed. Oh no, I'll have to figure that out. All right, so as we finish that one, what we are going to do, let me enable shaders because that's the only way this works, and it's nighttime. Let me hit the hay real quick. All right, so what we got to do with this one, we have to add the sides. Now we have stone bricks, we got planks, and we got a lot of dirt. Not really, it's only a little dirt. We got a lot more stone bricks than we do dirt. But what we got to do, we're going to have this go all the way around. We need stone bricks, and then we're going to need a whole bunch of other stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all this real quick. I need to verify the size we need for everything. So let me get the wrench, and we just got to find the right spot over here. There we go. Let me jump on this. Everything looks really bad, but oh well. As long as it works, it works. I see we don't hit the sides, which is pretty nice. Again, I don't know how well it's going to be with the train. For some reason, my Siri activated. Apparently, Siri wants attention. Too bad. No. So I gotta go down here. We gotta verify all the sides that we need for all this. Now, obviously, the middle is already set with stone bricks, so we don't need anything like that. We just need the wood and then the planks. So, as we do that, I'm gonna need 2 on that side and 2 on this side. So I'm gonna need 2 more. 1 on this side and then 1 on this side. The inside will be wood, the outside will be stone brick. So, with that being said, we're gonna do that, have that go all the way down. Hopefully that matches the correct side. Hopefully. And then anything that is just open gap, we'll just place with stone brick, just so we don't have to worry. So let's head back. I'm just gonna do this easy. Full speed ahead. Choo choo. Oh yeah, look at all that speed. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Turn. Wee. Oh, that will hit the train. Okay. To that, we'll turn it this way, and then we will get a train station. We'll do that. We'll jump back on real quick, and then we're gonna have to approach. Perfect. Disassemble. Now we do need 2 more out here. We're not gonna need anything in the middle, because that's not how that works. I forgot we have a stone wall. That's just gonna get rid of everything. We're gonna have to bring this all the way back up. Brother, no. Alright, well, we gotta go all the way up again. Hold! Why are you connected? That's not how that's supposed to go. Oh, I hate when that happens. Hate that, hate that, hate that. We'll do that. We gotta jump in this one. Actually, no, we just have to... Brother, what? We have no train. I know you don't have no train because you're not connected, you doof. Alright, how much farther do we need to go? 2 blocks? Let's hope so. Alright, should be about here. Connected on that one. Yep. Don't create a new train, you doof. Alright, and that's the right size. Okay. Disassemble. We'll break that. And there's no train. Brother, come on. When you're connected right there, you should be fine. Oh, that's the one thing I hate about this stupid little system. I should definitely have a little safety car over here that we could just bring this into. And then whenever we need to, we just bring it out and connect it to that. That's what I'm going to have to do, because that's going to be super annoying. Trying to bring the train over here and it connects that one. I don't know why it does that. That's so annoying. Okay, so this one connects on here. That's what we need. You're in line with the tire. Okay, you are good. I'm going to verify it just in case. Do that, and then we go back down here. Why are you creating a new train? What is your el problemo? I don't speak Spanish, okay? Full space train depot 1. I should go here. That should be red. Disassemble. Then if I reassemble, are you red? Okay. That is the dumbest thing possible, and I don't know why it happens. I definitely have to make a little safety thing over here for our building cars. Okay. That was annoying. Let's assemble this. Let me break this. You're not moving. Thank goodness. And we'll go all the way down. That was a process and a half. Whee! So we're gonna have to do this when we get out of the tunnel, because we're not gonna be able to have enough on that side. Hold. Reverse. So we'll do that. Let me back up. We'll reapproach the station. We'll disassemble. Alright, so now we can put everything here. Brother, that took so long. Why'd I put the lantern back? I don't need the lantern. I need this. Okay. So now we need 2 more of the mechanical rollers. These will be wood, and then those are clear blocks. Yes. We need 1 more on the inside, or the middle, outside, whatever. This will be stone brick. This should be pretty simple. I shouldn't have to worry about putting a block in here and connecting it to that one. Hopefully. I forgot how to make them though. Mechanical roller electron tubes. All right. Well, need 1 quartz. Where is my sandpaper? There we go. There we go. I need 1 chunk of pressed iron. What else do I need? Andesite casing. That's. And now we just need some rollers. So that is actually very simple. It's this. We need 4 planks. It shouldn't matter what kind. And then we need. Oh, what was the other thing? Oh, 1 piece of like diorite or granite. Same thing. Whatever. Let's head back. Let's go ahead and get that done. Hello, Skilly Man. Just let me actually go press this piece of iron real quick, and then... Oh, what's my press? I have power? Okay. I'm paranoid now, okay? I'm paranoid. Electron tube. I might run out of this. Just 1. Do that, and boom. We now have 2 new crushing wheels. I'm gonna need 2 of these, aren't I? Oh, I did not plan that out. I'm a little bit dumb, alright? Just a little bit. Alright, there we go. So let me go ahead and put all this in. And say there, bingo, 2 new mechanical rollers. And you know what time it is. It's a bedtime. Alrighty, perfect. Real quick, if anybody knows how to fix this issue, let me know, please. I don't know how, and I can't find anything on it. I still have yet to go to the Discord, also because I don't like joining Discords. So, if you know how, let me know. I will see if I can fix it. We are number how. We do 1 there, we do 1 there. Oh, that's the bad thing. That's the bad thing about it is it does the wood. I don't want to do the wood. I want to do the stone brick. There's not a way I can separate them, like swap. No, I can't.
Man, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Well, I pretty well made a separate one for no reason. That was nice, I guess. I guess we'll just throw the wood in. We'll go through with the wood. We'll come back with a stone brick, and then hopefully we're fine. I need super glue because I did put super glue on. I'm actually pretty low on spruce, which is not part of my plan in any way, but I will use whatever I have. We'll activate this. Again, we have spruce pretty well till up there, so we'll have to roll on back. We're on camera. Let's just hope it doesn't break. Hopefully. Oh, see, now it places in it. So yeah, let me do this real quick. So when I come through, it should replace the wood with stone brick. Yeah, it should just replace it with stone brick. Okay, that's not bad. It's a lot better than what I thought it was going to do. And of course, everything underneath is fully set. We don't have to worry. And then we just got to continue going straight down with the wood. And let's hope we have some spruce growing over there. All right, let's see how well it actually takes this turn. Honestly, that was really good of a turn. I thought that was going to be worse. It's not. It was actually really good. And we'll just continue all the way. And we're out of wood right at that point. Nice. Well, the best thing about it, we are literally right here next to our tree farm. So all we got to do is sit for a minute and we'll be perfectly fine. All right, we'll destroy a little bit just so we have a little bit more space for the trees to start growing on their own. Apparently they don't grow when they're too crowded. So might as well just make it easy. We'll have this just continue back on through at a level 3 speed. And then this will go all the way down and then up that little ramp we have. And then we'll swap it. We'll have it go from the top all the way to the low part and we'll just start going back. All right, we're starting a little incline going up. Everything is matching about the same. It's pretty good. And we're gonna stay here. Obviously, when we put the stone brick in, there's gonna be a little opening here. There's not gonna be an opening. We're gonna completely cover that with stone brick. We're just gonna have a stone brick wall sitting there. So everything will be perfect. We just got to try and not fly off the front of the machine or the tracks. There we go. Do that. Whoa. We have a good chunk a little bit. We'll just back up. We'll continue this going back down. There we go. And that will go on its own. Yeah, once where that stone brick is, obviously we'll do stone brick here. It should line up pretty perfectly. So whenever we have the stone brick, that would just be a wall right here. And then that will continue through. Pretty good though. That was actually very smooth. And we're out of spruce. Nice. Oh, I gotta sit there for a little bit and AFK that. That's not fun. Why does my oak farm do better than the spruce farm? Alright, well, let's sit here for a little bit and we will do this. I gotta get rid of these machines at some point. So, I mean, yeah, I'll get rid of this one just because we don't need an iron farm. We have one back at base and another one at our mining facility. Sheep farm, I don't really need the wool as much as I do anymore. So we could probably get rid of this. Obviously use the sheep for some food because tasty. And then the tree farm, well, we'll get rid of this once we actually start our a lumber yard. And with that, I will sit in here for a little bit, right in my little AFK hole. And we will just sit here and wait. All right, so we sat here for a few minutes. Honestly, did not get the amount that I was really hoping for. So that's great. We may run out by the time we get about halfway to that bridge. It is a good chunk, but again, we may run out about halfway once we get to that bridge. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out how I can sit here again and then keep it going. But for now, we will just hello. There we go. We're just gonna let that wander itself down. You also got to remember it is turning it into slabs too, so it's making it to where using more wood. So we got a lot of things that we gotta hope for. Also just gotta hope that it flows correctly and doesn't break everything. And we have wool still.
I hate wool, but I use it.
Outlines. So yeah, once we get done with this side, we'll swap it back to that side, and then we'll push these out, the rollers out one more, just to put the stone brick. And then we'll put stone brick on that. So yeah, everything there would be, what's it called? Stone brick. I'm a little bit dumb, right? Just a little bit. Not fully. Well, almost. But yeah, everything in the middle will be stone brick, and then we'll put some lights on here also going straight down. I'm surprised we actually have made it this far though, so I'm very surprised on that. I'm gonna have to fix some of that oak stuff, but oh well. And we are finished with the wood. Perfect. We'll do that, and then you swap it over here. Oh, that was surprisingly right on it. That's a little crazy. What I'm gonna do, we're just gonna take off these points here, and then I'm going to come back through with the wood to see if it clicks in those spots. If it doesn't, then we're good. If it does, we'll just leave it. That's where it hits first. And then we can come back with a stone brick and then hope that it stays on the outside, hopefully. I'm I'm gonna get rid of this stone brick quick, just because I don't know where it's gonna limit to, and we'll have this go back a little bit more. Alrighty, do that. We'll get all the stone brick. I don't need the wood. Yeah, I don't need, because that's already done. And then we'll get all the stone brick. We do have a lot of stone brick, so we should honestly be very fine with everything. We should be able to go through and back. Alright, so we'll do that. Let me get my 2 things of wool. We'll go here, and then we'll get, where's my stone brick? Where's my stone brick? Alright, I need my glue. Alright, so now we should be able to do this. Should be able to jump in, activate controls, and there we go. We now have stone brick going all the way through for us. Let's slow it down a little bit, especially towards the corner, and then we'll have to do that going on the other way. We have some extra, so in case we do run out, we have some extra. We're good. Let's slow this to see where it hits. Okay, so it's gonna hit on that one, hit on that one. Okay, and this is how stone brick's gonna go. Alright then, we'll just have this go full speed. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is hitting double blocks. But oh well. We just gotta go on the outside. We hopefully should be good. We may just have a little piece in the middle that we gotta go through again, but really, again, I'm not focusing on that. I'm not worried about that. What should we have though? Yeah, we're definitely running out a little bit faster just because we're doing 4 blocks at a time instead of 2. Hello? Can we move? And this is going to, this flows right in there. All right, not bad. So yeah, where everything is on that wall, that's just gonna turn to a straight stone brick. Then we'll go all the way up until, you know, it hits the other side. So we'll do that, and then we'll go right down here. Obviously gotta set it right on the corner. Relocation aborted. What you mean, man? I've placed it. Go all the way back. We'll just connect them right back up. There we go. We'll collect some free dirt, might as well, and everything go on that. So yeah, that wall will connect up to that, and then everything else should be fine. All the rails over there, that will also have its own little platform also. So don't have to worry, it will be connected. Let's hope this doesn't break. It does. I'm gonna have to try and reconnect it. Not what I was planning on, but all right. Speed it up. We'll jump off real quick, and then we'll try and fix that up as much as we can. Let's just make sure we get it a little bit ahead. All right, and then now we need probably some slabs. We need these, and then we'll go back all the way across. So yeah, we got that little fixed up. We got it, you know, smoothed out. Obviously we'll have to continue the wall here, but I want to continue. Whoa, spiders. And we'll just continue going straight down, hopefully without spider following me. We got some creepers up here. Oh man, sorry zombie, sorry creeper. We're just gonna barrel. Oh no, we're not gonna barrel through the wall. I forgot I have a pillar right there. That broke my train station. Why am I controlling it? Stop it. Where's my train station? Brother, what?
Oh, so it just breaks. When it breaks, it breaks. It literally just breaks.
There we go. Deassemble the train. Oh wow, you are still living. That's kind of surprising, I'll be honest. I thought you got ran over. Nothing. Alrighty. I need stone brick. And we'll go ahead and go through. We'll fix every little thing that we have up here. And then we will have some lights placed on this. Make it look perfect. Let's hope that creeper can't cross over. Yeah, pretty close to crossing over, I'll be honest. And he's gonna follow me constantly. That's nice. Alright, there we go. We now have a little system set for that. Nice. Then now we have to just go through, set up the pillars. They're on fire, they're just sitting in, oh no, they're literally just dying by berry bushes. That spider has got to be the dumbest one ever. And he's dead. He literally died by a berry bush. Imagine dying by a berry bush. Creeper! Alright, there we go. That is all set. Our bridge is pretty well set. We just have to come back through with pillars now. And probably stone brick wall on the walls, sides, whatever. Now I'll actually get rid of this. And let me just throw everything in here. Let me get my super glue and we'll cut all these off. And then we'll go ahead and flip this back around. Everything is good here. Let me get rid of this real quick. We're just going to have lights sitting up here with the walls going all the way through. So I need to cut this off. All right, so that is all good. That's all good. I don't need to worry about that. It's just a simple little tunnel. Everything goes down. Let me go ahead and actually put some fences. I don't have fences. Yep, that just tells you I'm really broke. I have 10. That's not enough. We are going to set up some pillars. Oh, that's going to be a little iffy. Now we are going to do these right in the middle just because, well, that's how they are. And then we'll have the angles going on. So we will have it. We'll do it like that. Yeah, we'll just do a simple little 3. So we're going to have 10 in between each one of these just so it gives us a little space to put lanterns. Or again, if we do the lanterns. I somehow messed this up. How does that happen? All right, there we go. I fixed it now. There's 3 creepers. There's 5 zombies. 6 zombies. He's dead. He's stupid. Hit dummy. Yeah, we're gonna go to sleep. I'd rather not deal with all those creepers under there. I almost blew every single one.
Come on, zombies. Get out here.
We know you like burning.
Thank you.
Fill up.
Ooh, you missed.
Perfect. There we go. Where did he come from? That was honestly a lot easier than I thought. The diagonal one's gonna be the difficult ones, just because that's gonna be very hard to try and figure out. A diagonal pillar. I'm gonna get shot here in a minute. Told you. Oh damn! Don't touch me. That hurt quite a lot. Bad. And then we're gonna try and work on this part after we finish this. So this is probably gonna take a little bit longer because there's so much things to it. Oh brother, there's a lot that we gotta do. Gotta do pillars. I still gotta try and make the lanterns. That's gonna be iffy, but we are gonna have to end today's video here. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you do want to see some extra content, I do have a second channel in the description. Basically a whole bunch of different variety stuff, more games, more things. We also have started recently streaming on Twitch and Kick. If you do want to check that out, everything's in the description. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.